This Nucor bolt right here was born in the USA.
I always want my customer to have the best quality piece that they can get.
If you want the best quality fasteners, come to Nucor.
We breathe, eat, sleep, safety here at Nucor. From the minute we walk into this plant, it gets on our heads. When we roll up to the plant, you can see a big picture of our families on the side of the factory.
We're very focused on safety. And it's all of our responsibilities on the floor to look out for each other.
Safety is number one concern, and it's my number one concern. I do have family, kids at home. So yeah, I want to be safe while I'm here so that I can go home to them.
Well, we make numerous kinds of bolts. Everything from structural to buildings, bridges, for cars, for specials, pretty much anything you can think of. They go in everywhere.
We take material and we're able to use machinery to form that material into a piece of art.
The fastener making process starts with a wire coil that comes from one of our sister divisions typically. When you make a bolt, it's a very aggressive forming process, so we do it all cold. So you don't have heat on your side, so you've got to do it with very formable material and then the lubricant. The bolt it starts as a cutoff and then moves through a number of different stations depending on what type of bolt you're making. You hit it 2, 3, 4 times to get it to be what you want it to be. You might then trim the head, or you might have a flange on the head and it stays the way it's formed. It then goes through the pointer to get the chamfer around the end of the bolt that makes it easier to thread. Then the roll-in to have the threads rolled in. Then you have what looks like a bolt, but for the most part that will then have to be heat treated to get it to the appropriate properties. After it's heat treated, then it is most likely going to have some type of coating put on it, whatever the customer wants to have, and then put in a box and it's ready for shipment. So the bolts are made from the coil, but the nuts are actually made from bar stock, which is just going to be bundles of long bar product. Those are hot formed, and so they're induction heated up to a glowing red hot temperature. And then they're formed very similarly to the bolts in that they'll move through a couple stations. You make your rough form, then you have a more precise form, and then you end up finally with your nut. I think a lot of our team understands the importance of quality because we live around our products all day, every day.
You know, when I take a trip with the family or something, I'll run into a Nucor bolt and I'll take a picture of it.
Quality is very high. I mean, that's right up there with safety.
From the time the steel gets to the factory, they check the steel hardness. From then it gets coated, it comes to the machines, and as we're making the part, we are doing multiple checks. And then once the bolt is out past us, past the bolt line and made, it also goes through multiple checks through our lab, which ensures that it's a good quality part before it makes its way to the customer.
The value in being able to know where your steel came from, we are able to, if there's ever any issue, we know exactly, we can trace it all the way back through the process and identify what was that root cause, and then do better and learn from that and create a better product. The other thing is you don't have to be concerned about other countries that might not have the same standards as we do. So all of our stuff is going to be American sourced, and so we fall under all the guidelines that we know are in place to make our products safe and healthy and have good working environment for the people who are involved in those production processes.
It's great for our customers to be able to call, and if they need something now, we have it on the shelf.
And so we found that adds value with our customers when we have stuff that's available and it's on the shelf and they just can't get it anywhere else. We can often have a lot of those high mover parts available very, very quickly, if not right away.